Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro, and we're looking at a forecast for the new moon transiting through Pisces today and tomorrow, although technically the new moon arrives tomorrow morning at 5:21 a.m. Eastern Time. We have a blending of energy as the moon is going to be joining several other planets in the sign of Pisces. So let's take a look at the forecast that I've written here. New moon in Pisces, Friday and Saturday, March 12th and March 13th, enables you to lean into whatever enhances your enjoyment and expression of life in a positive way, as the moon joins Venus, the Sun, and Neptune in this sensitive and spiritual water sign. Pisces and its ruling planet Neptune belong to the 12th house, which is associated with the dream state, meditation, altered states of consciousness, other planes of existence, your connection to spiritual beings like God, your guides, or angels, as well as places of retreat or healing, like prisons, hospitals, rehabilitation facilities, ashrams, and monasteries. Anticipate a time of beauty, healing, and inspiration, as well as a sense of connection with all that is while the moon joins Venus, the planet of affection and desire, on Friday, and joins mystical Neptune and a hypersensitive Sun for a crescendo of quintessential Piscean magic on Saturday. Whether you are moving deeper into love, artistic expression, spiritual growth, or personal healing, a sense of the sacred and the glow of otherworldly beauty could bring out the best qualities within you and others. Embody the divine energy and enjoy the heightened senses, creative flow, and psychic abilities this new moon offers you. The dreamy, altered state of Pisces fades on Sunday when the moon joins Chiron in the dynamic fire sign of Aries, activating the sextiles to Saturn in Aquarius and the North Node in Gemini, directing your attention toward the work required to make your dreams a reality. But until then, dream, imagine, and pretend. And just as a side note, if you are looking to schedule an appointment with me this weekend, I am off the schedule and out of office until Sunday evening. I'm going for my second COVID shot today, and the first time around I didn't plan on how tired I would be and how much sleep I would need. So this time I'm planning in advance, and if I find I'm feeling great and energized, I might pop that schedule back open again. But if not, I'm going to just rest and relax and work on, actually I'm going to be changing a lot of what you see here and probably redoing the site. I've been working on some images and things, so there may be some downtime on the site as well while I'm changing things out. So if you see that things are a little bit different or it appears I'm not around, just know that it's temporary and everything should be back to normal by Sunday evening. Let's take a look at the sky here and how it looks. And right now we're on March 12th, and it's approximately, right now it's about noon. And tomorrow is when we will be having that exact, let's get that going up here so we can see it. So 5:21 a.m. And here we have the exact conjunction of the moon and the sun in Pisces. Today, that moon is joining Venus over here, which connects with Neptune, and then Neptune connecting with the sun. So we have a lot of potent energy going on in here. And one thing I did not write about in the forecast because of the amount of space I have on certain social media platforms is this sextile here to Pluto in Capricorn. You won't be feeling it much today with the moon, but it definitely will be felt at the time of the new moon and throughout the day on Saturday as the moon moves off of the sun and gets toward the end of the sign of Pisces. It draws into a tighter sextile with Pluto in Capricorn. This basically intensifies anything that you are feeling and experiencing. It can give you a really peak moment of creative productivity or fantastic dreams or intensely intimate and satisfying sex, or whatever it is that you're putting all your energy into and all your attention upon. If you open yourself up in that sensitivity, you're going to have an amazing experience as a result. So do make the most of Saturday, particularly in the afternoon and evening, when things may become incredibly focused and manifestation can come to its peak. Anything that you have been working toward may become clearer in your mind's eye, in your imagination, where you can believe that you are going to be able to receive what it is that you desire. The actual work of things doesn't really kick in until we get to Sunday, when we see that we've got the moon in Aries and it moves out of that nebulous water energy into a much more direct fire energy. We're going from a mutable sign, which means flexible, adaptable, anything could happen, anything goes, multiple options, and then we move into Aries, which is much more definitive and directing, ordaining, wants to lead and basically get out of the starting gate and start making things happen. So spend your time fully in the creative process or the spiritual realm, and don't worry too much about the actual doing of things on Friday and Saturday. Concern yourself more with the feeling of being, and to basically let boundaries down and merge and open up to the muses. If you're artistic, it can be a very powerful time for you to create some amazing works of art or get fantastic creative ideas to expand upon in the future. Perhaps keep a dream journal or record your ideas into your phone. See what comes up for you at this new moon, because it can be quite amazing. We do have Mercury and Jupiter. They are coming out of their conjunction now as Mercury is winding down in Aquarius and moving toward Pisces. And we have Saturn and Jupiter also not quite in conjunction anymore. We have just enough space between all these three planets that they're not really right up against each other anymore. But they are still all in the same sign. So we are straddling a kind of a futuristic energy here, more logical, technical, analytical. It is also society-minded and friendship-oriented, but it supports individuality and uniqueness as well. And then we have the more boundary dissolving, merging, spiritual side of things, where we have the faith rather than seeking the proof. We're straddling two distinctly different vibrations right now, and it is possible to balance both. Definitely do not be afraid to express yourself and to open up to future changes and growth for the future, to do new things that might interest you that you either repressed or did not allow yourself to do in the past. Situations are definitely changing by the moment while we have all this Aquarius energy this year, and it can be highly unpredictable. We have the flexibility of mutable energy here that allows for adaptation. That is one thing that all the mutable signs are particularly good at, is adaptation and camouflage, particularly with the Pisces energy. It's kind of the chameleon of the zodiac, and it can basically want to align with others to be able to adjust and adapt to what it perceives another would want. There is that kind of merging and wanting to be in harmony with other people, and that's distinctly different from the unique individuality that comes from Aquarius. Yet Aquarius does affect all of society as it moves toward the future. I think right now the message or the lesson for everybody on a global level is that we have to do better as we look toward the future to be able to make the best use of our collective talents and our shared resources to basically make sure that we don't just have an Earth that becomes a memory, but that we have an Earth that continues to sustain life and care for its inhabitants. We do have this square here between Saturn and Uranus, and it's going to be there for a while. It's been there for a while. We're all kind of used to it now. Basically, change is happening, whether we like it or we don't, and there's always work that's going to be involved in setting down new foundations, and needs are very important, particularly basic needs for people. Taurus is very materially minded, and it does rule things like the senses. How does something look, sound, smell, feel, taste? It's security minded. Does everybody have enough food? Are they safe? Are they comfortable? Are they warm? Those are important things to Taurus. And then Saturn, it's about duty, responsibility, authority. It's also the governmental structure, the people who have authority over other people. So there is definitely work involved whenever there's a square, and things have to get better for society as a whole. The structure has to change. Hopefully with this square, by the time it runs its course, later on in the spring, we will see a change in minimum wage in this country for for everybody, so that people can live on their salary without being poor, just being a working poor person. Everybody should be able to work and have a sustainable income. So hopefully this square will create the pressure from society as a whole to give society what it needs. It's about basic needs. That's it for what's going on in terms of transits. Let's take a look at the Sabian symbol. We are at 23 degrees 4 minutes, and we round up to 24 of Pisces. On a small island surrounded by the vast expanse of the sea, people are seen living in close interaction. The need to consciously accept one's own personal limitations in order to concentrate one's energies and to live in a centered and fulfilled life. Every individualized person is a small island in the vast ocean of mankind. The ego fulfills a necessary function as it sets boundaries and gives a specific character to the consciousness. Within these boundaries, a complex interplay linking and integrating the various aspects of the personal life can operate constructively. In time, these ego boundaries can not only expand, but can become a zone of intense interchange between the inner and the outer, between the individual and the community, between man and the universe. This fourth stage symbol, tells us that the first duty of any man or woman is to be truly what he or she is as an individual, but this individual has a particular dharma, i.e., a place and function in a vaster whole. The island's inhabitants get subsistence from the sea, and in time learn to navigate this sea and interact with other islanders, and all eventually will come to realize their oneness within the whole earth, which includes everything. An appropriate keyword would be centralization. Well, I definitely pick up the Aquarius society plus individuality energy in here, as well as that loss of all boundaries and being one with the all that is, which is certainly the Piscean energy. So that's the Sabian symbol, and something to consider as you navigate your own life. And it reminds me a Simon and Garfunkel song. Definitely has that feeling of being an island, and yet we are a part of a connectedness to all other individual little people out there in the sea of all humanity. All right, that's it for this new moon, and stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy yourselves.